Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to Nymph Tarot with me, Natasha. I'm so happy that you guys are here for this reading. I've seen the cards and I found it quite an exciting reading. It's more on the fun side, it's not so serious. So I hope that you are really going to enjoy this reading. It's what your spouse's first impressions of you are. So obviously if you're already married, this could be just looking at what your spouse initially thought of you. Or if you're watching this for, you know, maybe you are with someone and you're wondering what, if they're going to be your spouse, what they thought of you. Or if you're just completely single and you're just looking for out of interest. So I feel like this reading could be for everyone and I really hope you enjoy it. Before we get started, just remember I have my giveaway running at the moment for reaching 1,000 subscribers. So if you would like to enter, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit like and leave a comment on one of my videos, and I will enter you into the giveaway where you could win a 45-minute reading if you're the winner, or the two runners up will win a 20-minute reading. So yeah, check that out. Look in the description box for the full sort of rules of the competition. And yeah, so you have 3 piles to choose from, as always. You have pile 1 here with this fluorite octahedral, yeah, something along those lines. Then you have pile 2 here in the middle with the opalite, and then pile 3 at the end with this black obsidian. So see which one you are drawn to, whether it's the crystal, whether it's the pile itself, or the timestamp, which is down below in the description box or the comments, and I will see you guys in your reading. Hello pile 1, if you chose the blue fluorite octahedral, this is your reading. So we're looking at what your spouse's first impressions of you were. So let's get into it. So I'm trying to decide whether I should lay them all out or do it card by card. I feel like maybe card by card. So first of all, you have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like maybe your person, when you first meet them, maybe you are on the younger side, or you're kind of just like starting out in life. But I feel like they see you as being really full of potential. They see that you have a bright future ahead of you, but you are quite serious. But they really see that you have this future potential, I feel, with that Page of Pentacles. And when you first meet them, I feel like maybe they're going to feel like you have some walls up with this 9 of Wands. They can see that you're very determined, but I feel like maybe you are quite hard to break down. So you might, when you first meet them, maybe you're not particularly responsive if they have sort of a come on, whether they're trying to chat you up. I feel like maybe you're not actually going to be super responsive and you're going to be like, what are you doing talking to me? Go away. But I feel like they're definitely going to soften those walls and barriers. And with this card, I feel like initially, interesting, I was like, oh, maybe you're going to come across as somebody that's kind of lacking in a bit of gratitude. But you'll see later from a card, I don't believe it's this. I feel like maybe you're gonna seem like you're maybe you're just a little bit stuck in your life, even though you have this great potential. It could be that you are going through a difficult patch when you guys first meet, and it's just gonna feel like maybe you're a bit apathetic about life at that point. Like, even though you have a lot to look forward to, but maybe you kind of don't really see it yourself. I feel like they're going to see this potential in you, but you're going to be like, you don't see it in yourself. I feel like they're going to recognise it a lot more than you will. And you also have, so the 8 of Wands reversed. And as I said earlier, so you've got the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Wands reversed. this makes me think of, you know, honest in the upright. It makes me think of like really great communication, you know, no obstacles, things are going very smoothly. But I feel like with this person, you're not going to be the greatest communicator. As I said, I feel like maybe they are going to try and chat you up, and you're just going to be like, leave me alone. So they're going to be a bit like, oh, maybe this person's a bit prickly. But yeah, I feel like you're just going to be not super communicative with them. But sort of beyond that, I feel like this person, from what the vibes you're going to give, I feel like this person's going to be able to tell that you are actually, despite the fact that you may be try to brush them off a little bit, they can tell, or even maybe they've heard from other people, that you are this very like honest and fair person that really does care about, you know, giving back, maybe care about, you know, different causes and stuff. I feel like they are going to see you in actually this really good light, and that's probably why, despite getting some of these feelings of like they're trying to brush me off, I feel like this is why they're actually going to still try and, you know, get to know you. And with this Temperance, I feel like they're going to be able to tell that you are, you know, really patient, and you have these skills. You have the angel here that's a bit like an alchemist, and they feel like maybe if they stay around you long enough, they're going to be able to catch you making some like magic, because I feel like they're going to be actually quite enamored by you, despite what would appear to be quite a, you know, like negative first impression. I feel like this person's actually going to see you in a very good light, despite that maybe you're going to be like, go away. And some other cards that we have for you. So I can never remember what this deck is called. But yes, you got this. So Chimpanzee. Use both your intuition and your intellect to solve problems or get answers to your questions. I feel like with chimpanzees, they are obviously very smart as well, very sociable, very playful animals. So I feel like, as well as, you know, maybe getting a sense that you maybe are quite intuitive and intelligent, I think despite all this, they can kind of tell that underneath it all, maybe underneath that kind of harder exterior, you do have this more fun side to you, this social side, and, you know, they want to see this side of you. And you know how I said earlier with this, my initial thought was maybe they think you're not going to be very gratuitous. They do have this card, Gratitude, so I think that maybe, even though, you know, there is this kind of hostility, they can tell that you're actually quite a down-to-earth person, that, you know, you are thankful for what you do have, that you're not kind of, how I would say, I feel like I don't know if this is something anyone would say outside the UK. I feel like you're not going to be up your own arse, even though you're maybe brushing them off. It could be that you're so used to advances that you're just like, oh, leave me alone. Maybe if you're working in, it could be, say if you're working in like, not right now I guess, but like a bar or restaurant or something where you're kind of service to others. If you do, I've worked as a waitress before in a bar, and I know that you get hit on a lot, so I feel like if that's the case, that explains why you might just be like, oh, just leave me alone. But I feel like they can tell you are actually quite down to earth. This Inner Knowing card came up, and with that intuition, maybe they can tell that you do have this kind of intuition, and I feel like for them maybe it is like an inner knowing of this person is going to be special to my life. Kind of maybe not love at first sight, but I've heard of many people that meet their future spouses, and even though you might not say, you know, you felt fallen head over heels in love, there is that connection and you just think, I'm going to marry this person. And I feel like they may feel that. And you have finally this inner temple. So devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. I feel like they can sense from you. And I feel like this person may know, they may not have met you before, but maybe they know of people that know you. So maybe this is something, maybe it's like a blind date, or you've kind of been set up, it's at a party that you guys meet. But I feel like they can tell that you're actually you're someone that really does kind of listen to your heart, follows your heart, or follow your dreams. And they really, really like that about you. So yeah, that's everything that I see for you guys about how your spouse, what their first impressions are going to be of you. So if you've enjoyed this reading, please do give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and by doing that you'll be entered into my giveaway. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another reading. See you later. Hey pile 2, if you chose this lovely opalite crystal, this is your reading. So this is what your future spouse, or it could be, it doesn't even necessarily have to be future spouse. If you're just interested and you've never asked your spouse what was their first impressions, then watch this. Yeah, so we'll get straight into it. How I did it for pile 1 is I'm gonna read each card as I lay them. So let's get started. I remember you guys had a few like heavier energies, but keep going with this because I feel like it's it gets very good. So your first card is the Ten of Swords. So I think your person, when they first meet you, I think they realise, I feel like you're going to meet them when you're coming out of a particularly rough patch, or maybe you're still kind of in it, but you're kind of getting there. So I think they're going to be able to tell that, you know, you have had it hard recently. Maybe you're not going to be the brightest and shiniest person in the room, but I feel like this person is really going to see through a lot of this. And you have the Seven of Wands. So again, I feel like maybe at the time that you're meeting your spouse, that you know, you've gone through a lot, and I feel like maybe you just have a lot of drama going on around you. You're having kind of issues, and you're trying to maintain this like inner peace, this inner like seeming quite zen, and like things aren't bothering you. And I think you do your best, and you don't want like people's pity, I feel. But there's always something almost like coming along that's going to burst your bubble, and your person, they're going to see that. And I think you know, some people it would make them want to run, but I think this person just sees that, you know, you are a very strong person. And then you have the King of Swords reversed. So as I said, I feel like when you do first meet, that you probably aren't going through the best of times. With that King of Swords, it can be, I feel like this is somebody that's maybe a very cold, you're not going to be the warmest person, maybe you're even quite cutting, sometimes you might seem a bit rude, maybe even like that kind of air energy makes me think that maybe you're just not going to be particularly sociable at this point. And as I said, there's quite a few heavy energies here, but I do feel like despite all this, and you also have the Six of Wands reversed, so again, you know, in the upright this would be such an amazing card. It's all about, you know, being successful, and I feel like maybe at the time they're just catching you when kind of everything has hit the fan, and you're just at this really low point in your life, and you're probably at that point where you think, I'm not going to meet anyone right now. You're probably not even thinking about dating, but I think there's going to be something. There's going to be something about this person, because you have the Two of Cups. And so your person is going to see all of this, you know. They're going to see that you're going through a rough time. Maybe it is kind of affecting how you're treating others. But I think your person is going to see through that. And there's just going to be this very instant connection, deep connection between you both. And it's going to trump all of this, what may seem like negativity. I feel like your person, your future spouse or spouse, kind of sees through that and sees who you truly are, and that is what really, you know, makes them want to stick around. You also have the Empress, so I feel like despite all of this, they see you as someone that could be, obviously if you're female, like I feel like almost like mother of their children. You're someone that has that nurturing, caring side. You know, with this Empress as well, it makes me think of particularly like earthy women of the earth. Even it could even be maybe some of you are more spiritual and into like witchcraft, that type of thing, very of the earth, and or could be environmentalists. They see you as this very caring, nurturing individual, and really, really beautiful, just real true beauty. And despite all that, they, you know, that Page of Wands, it's a case of they see this passion and this enthusiasm that you can have. I think a lot of this is seeing past it. I feel like this person may be introduced more as like a friend or something like that, but they see past that and they see this so much potential with that Page of Wands. And you know, and with that Page of Wands, it can be, you know, that more sexual attraction as well. I feel like maybe they're going to see you and think, God damn, she's hot. Or he's hot. And then that's for the tarot cards. And we've got some oracle cards. I can't remember which one this is called. But so Blue Heron, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. And I feel like that is going to be you. They see this, like, they kind of see you. I feel like this person sees the good and the bad in you, and I feel like you will show that you, like, almost straight away you do show them that you are someone with a lot of honour, and, you know, you'll stick up for your friends and your family. And to be honest, anyone you see in the street, I feel like they'll see you and just think you are a good person. And as I said, I feel like there is going to be an instant feeling of not only I feel like there is that Two of Cups, so you know, that love, but just instant like friendship. You're going to feel like they're going to feel like you are kindred spirits. And it's the sort of thing that even if they're going to think, even if I don't end up with this person, I feel like we're going to be good friends. So you have this dreaming card as well. So maybe they think you have these kind of almost like dreamy qualities about you with this standing up and maybe thinking, wanting to make the world a better place, especially if you are in like kind of like into environmental stuff as well. I feel like they're going to see you as this dreamy person who just wants the best. But you know, I feel like they understand that you have like layers. You're not one of these you're not going to be one of these people that are super shiny and happy on the surface all the time. You're someone that's probably going to express your emotions, and you're not just that sort of superficial level. I feel like they can tell that you've got this real depth to you and you've had real life experiences. You're someone that has known struggle. And I feel like at first part of them is going to be like worried. I feel like they kind of see this, and even though they feel the connection and they see that you're beautiful and you have this below, like underneath, there's going to be part of them that thinks, oh, maybe that will be too much to take on right now. But I pulled another card and it says, trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? So it makes me think that when you guys meet, with this deep connection, even though it scares them, I feel like they know that this is a connection that is meant to go somewhere. Despite the fact it may seem pretty scary on the surface, and maybe this person isn't exactly who they had imagined, but you know, they can't help but feeling that deep bond like straight away, and they just wonder, you know, what will happen given more time, like how much deeper can it get. So yeah, that's what I see for you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, please do give it a big thumbs up, comment and subscribe, and that way you'll be entered into my giveaway. And yeah, thank you just so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. See you later. Hey, part 3, if you chose this black obsidian, this is your reading. And so we're looking at, you know, what your spouse's first impressions of you are. So that could be, you know, future spouse if you've not met anyone yet. If you are with someone, maybe, you know, it's just fun to see what they initially thought of you. So let's get into this, and how I've been doing it with the other piles is reading it card by card. So first of all, you have the Fool reversed. Now, I'm getting my feeling from this card, rather than it being someone that is actually seen as foolish, I feel like it's actually very much the opposite. I feel like you're seen as someone that is, or they see you as being quite serious. And, you know, with this card, I got to admit, with the other cards as well, I feel like this is someone that you may meet while you're at like university, college, or potentially through work, because I feel like their first impression of you is actually that you're going to be quite serious. And next you do have that Four of Swords as well. Again, it makes you think of being serious, being quite reserved and held back. Definitely I feel like this is somebody that is going to know you through like non-social, is going to meet you kind of through a non-social environment, because I feel like this is going to be very much like work you, and you're going to be very pulled together and no nonsense, get the work done. And then you have Two of Pentacles. So not only are you getting stuff done, I feel like you are getting a lot of it done. You're constantly juggling things. You always are busy. This person is just going to be like, wow, I can't believe they managed to keep all of this up in the air at the same time. I think part of their first impression of you is they're actually going to be very impressed with your general like work ethic. And you know, they have this Wheel of Fortune, and I think the feeling I get from this is that they almost feel like, I feel like maybe there's a sense of fate about meeting you. I feel like they do quite fancy you straight away, even though you seem quite serious, because the bottom deck energy is the Queen of Wands, which, you know, Queen of Wands makes me think of, you know, finding someone very attractive, like very, and because it is that fire energy as well, it's kind of more of a, definitely a sexual attraction. They are going to look at you and think, you know, I want a bit of that. So I feel like even though they see you in this work environment being quite serious, they look at you and just think, wow, this person is attractive. I wish I have the chance to get to know them properly, is what I'm hearing. And the thing is, you know, I feel like similar to part one, maybe because this is going to be a work environment, you're going to be, you know, focusing on your work, this person feels like you have a lot of walls up and that you are kind of really difficult to actually get to know. Maybe because you want to remain professional and you want to keep that kind of distance between you and this person. So if you did kind of fancy them as well, you might think, oh no, don't want to get too close to them. But yeah, definitely this person feels like you've got walls up and you're not going to be easy to get to know. And you know, the next card is the Ace of Pentacles. They're gonna think, I feel like they see you and their impression is that you have a lot of potential here, and you know, potential for, you know, work, and I feel like, you know, you're going to be able to take that pentacle and you know, work with it and make it into something even better. But I feel like as well this person sees you and kind of thinks, just wants to offer up something to you. I feel like they're going to see you and automatically think you're kind of like that girlfriend, boyfriend material, long term, you know, let's take this slow and go for it. I feel like there's going to be a lot of admiration here. This person's really, really going to actually respect you, which is obviously great to see. You have Mountain Goat as one of your oracle cards. So there's something out of balance in your life, so do whatever you need to do to correct it. I see this as, you know, being, maybe you are going to be very stubborn and determined. You know, goat is very much feels like a very earthy animal. Obviously Capricorn is, I know that's like the sea goat, but you know, still has that kind of goatness about it. So I feel like you are going to be just very hardworking, down to earth, and you are someone that is able to keep, if there is something out of balance, you're going to bring it back quite quickly, because I feel like you are, you know, you are very much like this Two of Pentacles personified. I feel like you are going to be someone that has a lot going on, and that's just going to be, I feel like your person just looks at you in amazement. You also have discernment, so I feel like straight away this person feels like you have that kind of quality about you that they trust, like straight away. They feel like they could tell you things and you wouldn't tell anyone. You're just, I feel like to them you're just like this very, as I keep saying, very like down to earth person that's, but you're kind of, you have that attractiveness, and this is what I feel like almost like confuses them a little bit, because you look like you shouldn't be down to earth. You probably, to them at least, even if you think to yourself like, oh, I'm not attractive, which you shouldn't say to yourself, don't say that to yourself, but if that's what you think, this person just thinks, they see you and just think, I can't believe how nice you are. And then you've got blessings, and I feel like that partly is, you know, they feel like you look, you know, I feel like that's based on how you look. You you kind of got blessed in their eyes. That, you know, maybe you are just very conventionally beautiful, maybe have a great body, or have their ideal body, and they just, yeah, I really feel like this person with that Queen of Wands, I feel like I just want to gush about how beautiful you are. I feel like that's how this person feels. And I think the other thing that they sense about you is you have this, you're already doing it, stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. They feel like you're very true to yourself. I feel like what they see is what they get. Like, there's no two sides to you. You're very truthful, and you know, you're doing what it is you're meant to be doing. And then finally, despite all of this kind of very serious energy, your person, I think, almost does see through that and knows that if they can just get you out on a date, if they can just get you out of this like work environment, whether it's college, university, school, an actual workplace, they feel like once they get you out of here, you've got this dance with life. They feel like your energy completely changes and you'll be, you know, kind of like life and soul of the party. Like, you've got that in you, but while you're work, you keep it very professional. And then once you're at home, you're like, you know, dance of life. I feel like maybe you are a dancer, but I feel like, you know, you go out, you can enjoy yourself, you have a good time, and your person does kind of, they can almost see it in you, even if they feel like they don't know you that well yet. So yeah, that's everything I see for you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, please do comment down below, like, subscribe. By doing all of those 3 things, you will be entered into my giveaway, so check that out in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another reading. See you later.